Let's go. Let's go. Here we are. We're here. We're here right now, right here. Episode 6, B minor, the X Factor with our special guest, Sully.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Welcome to the show, my man. How are you doing today?
I appreciate it. I'm doing well. Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited to see what's all going on over here.
Well, we're going to get it going, man. We're just getting this thing started. So you're like on the inside. You're like one of the guys that's getting this early, and you're going to be one of the guys that helps us build this thing because they're going to be like, whoa, that show must be legit if they got Sully to get on there and chop it up with them. With the fish in the background. I love it. So Alaskan from the snow. So thanks for joining us, man. We're going to have some fun, talk about some quotes, some song lyrics, chop it up about all sorts of stuff. So it's still daylight here. We decided to switch it up and go with this before our IG live. And so we're going to mix it up a little bit, keep it fresh. But X Factor, what's happening?
X Factor is here. I'm happy to be here. We got my boy Sully. You know, he was a walk-on at DePaul, and hey, he was one of my guys over here. You know, one of my best friends. We were going out and about, enjoying the city. We're actually in AIA together, Athletes in Action. He went way more than me. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that I went every week, but he was there every week. He introduced me to it, and we had all types of fun. This is my guy. Also, before we start, Sully, the people are really going to want to know, because I know that, because I want to know, what's the story behind the fish in the background? Did you catch it with your bare hands, or what happened?
Man, so crazy story right now is my mom, she's heading out of Alaska. And so she told me I couldn't sleep in my own room because we got to get all the house ready for showing. So she's selling. So right now I'm in the guest bedroom. And this is actually my sister's fish. So I don't know if we should even show that fish right now, but that's my sister's fish. Yeah. That's a rainbow trout back there.
That's nice right there. True professional or a rainbow trout. And you know why you know that? Because you're a real Alaskan.
Oh, yeah.
When I think of the 907, though, Sully, I think of the King Chinook salmon. That's what I think of. I mean, I think it's good salmon.
That's some good salmon. That's like, you're mostly like, if you have a boat or if you're going with a guide, you're going for king salmon. So like, that's kind of like, if you're coming up to Alaska, you're like, I'm trying to catch a king. But for us, it's like, am I really trying to pay all that money to go get a king, or I just get a different species of salmon? But yeah, no, I've caught one, but it's a fight for sure. Those are big fish.
Oh, it's a battle, man. When I was in Alaska, though, like I said, I'm up there. I'm a fair weather. I go up in the summer. I'm not tough enough to put up with it or to be up there in the winter. I'm not tough enough. I own it. I don't think I could survive short amounts of daylight and cold weather. But I've caught some big fish in Alaska.
Oh yeah. No, these are untouched waters up here.
Well, give us a little bit of tell us about your high school and how you ended up at DePaul.
Yep. So went to Colony High School in actually Palmer, Alaska, so just kind of like the neighboring town. Spent 4 years there. Throughout like my years, we always had a successful team, but never could really just like put together at the end. You can call it whatever you want, but you know, we get to the region championship game, we get to the state semifinal, we get to the state quarterfinals, could never get it done. I was, thankful I was able to get honored with some awards going through my senior year. So I got region MVP, I got a Gatorade Player of the Year, I got 4A Player of the Year. So it was a fun year, but I always talk with, you know, some of my guys in Alaska, you know, who won. And I'm just like, man, like, this is a cool award, but I really just want to state, like, I mean, like, individual awards are only cool for so long because it's like, it's only glorifying you basically, instead of like, I can't celebrate like my own individual awards with my teammates. Like, I can say like, oh man, thank you guys for helping me. But it's like, it's not really all encompassing, like, man, like we did this together. And so I wish we could have had like a team award and, or just, you know, a team championship. That's what we were going for. And so we weren't able to do that. But so throughout my high school, I was able to have a little bit of success. And, you know, crazy story, went through Pont Sky, and I didn't know it was Pont Sky yet. But so Shane Hireman at DePaul University, he is a crazy linkage with my family. so basically my cousin Grant Nard, the one that Pont knows, he is dating Shane's sister-in-law. Crazy story. So my cousin, reaches out to me, is like, hey, I know the DePaul coach, like, you want me to send out some film? And I was just like, man, like, at this time I had like Division II offers, NAIA, started talking a little bit with some smaller Division I's, and I was just like, how's this gonna happen? So then we started talking, and I was able to, Shane reached out to me, we were able to talk a little bit. Then I came out to Chicago and met the fellas and went to a game, the Providence game last year, and we won, and so that definitely helped. And so I was just like so starstruck after the game. I was just like, man, I'm going to DePaul. Like, I don't know if I thought through all the walk-on experience, but I was like, man, I'm going to be a walk-on. And so yeah, that's kind of how it all happened, and that's how I got to DePaul.
Man, you want to know what made Sully the perfect walk-on too? This is and it plays into what Sully was saying earlier. Okay, this is what exemplifies Sully as, first of all, he's good enough to be a scholarship player. Don't think for a second that he's not. Sully is a bucket and he works hard. But you know what made him the perfect walk-on was this, what he was talking about earlier. He said something extremely important when he was talking about his high school. He said that he got Gatorade Player of the Year, he got this, he got that, all the individual awards. He said, no, that's not enough. All I wanted was that state championship because all of us, I could have celebrated it with all of my teammates. It's very easy. A lot of people would be extremely happy. Oh, forget about the team, man. I'm GPOY. You know what I'm saying? Gatorade Player of the Year. Forget about them. But no, what Sully said was really important. But I want to exemplify, man. Sully was in that gym grinding every single day at DePaul. He was getting me better. He was getting me to get some shots up after practice. We shoot together. We go out to Loyola sometimes and shoot at like midnight together. So.
Yep. No, I definitely love that part, and it was kind of the cool. One of the coolest things is just being like that small population of Alaska is just like, man, I don't get all this competition. And then going to DePaul and just like, man, now I get to see where I have to get. So then every day, close to every day, I hit up my manager Ben Lang. He's doing a lot out in Chicago right now, and so he kind of took me under his wing, and he wants to, crack into that NBA training and whatnot. And so we connected, and man, we were in that gym a lot. And I was trying to be I took a redshirt year last year. So I was trying to be the best scout player I could last year. And so it was a lot of fun.
So you, that's awesome though, so you just finished your redshirt year. So you didn't play, and talk to us about showing up every day, going through all the workouts, and then not getting to play. Talk about that as a walk-on. We kind of know, we've talked about it on the show before, but talk to us a little bit about that.
Man, it's kind of, I remember kind of in the fall, I was struggling with it so much because, all through the summer, we were kind of just doing training, and it's just kind of casual, man, get some shots up, get some drills up, run up and down. And then, once fall hits and you start preparing for the season, then it's I start having discussions with coaches hey, we're going to put you, we're going to redshirt you this year. Once that kind of happened, then the next practice I go into, it's all right, Sullivan, just chill over here. We got you for next year. Most of these drills, you can just hang out for a bit. And I was just what is happening? I've never done this. I don't know what's going on. I need to get in there. And so then for a good week or two, I was just down, I was just still trying to grind, but it's just limited opportunities, as you guys know. My guy Pont, barely, doesn't get too many opportunities, and I got just a little bit more than him. And so it's just you just kind of have to work on that mindset. And so something that super helped me, shout out to Matt Fleming, actually, the Pont knows him. He actually came over to me when he could see I was just getting super frustrated, and we went out to dinner, and he was just what's going on? And I just kind of, I just told him man, I've never done this. This is hard, I need to get out there. And he just wait till scout team rolls around. You'll have your opportunity then. And so I think the biggest thing is mindset. So if you go man, if you had a tough mindset as a walk-on, it is over with. You cannot do it. But once you kind of get in that mindset of, man, I'm here to support the team. I'm here to do anything I can. Then games are easier. Like I could sit there and like, as a red shirt and also as a walk-on, it's just like, me and Pont, boss man, Lyric Shriner, we can hang out over here and not even, worry about a thing. Our job is just to, help these guys on the floor as much as we can. And so, it took a lot of stress off once I kind of fixed my mindset. And so that's kind of the hardest thing you have to get over. It's just, okay, this is a whole new role you got to step into.
Much different than the high school. And that's kind of, like you said, getting that mindset. Because if you're coming in and you're expecting, you're the best player in the state, and then now you're working really hard to be one of the least talented. I mean, there's guys that are bigger and stronger and taller that are doing what you're doing. So I definitely think that's a lesson, and being able to adjust that mindset is huge to having a good experience. Otherwise, it would have been it gets to be a really long season if you're not staying positive.
Oh yeah. So luckily we have Pont over on the sideline. He's able to, he's always got a smile on his face and helping us out whenever we're down. So that always helped, having Pont and Nick Sullivan and Jason and Brendan Favre, the other walk-ons. Man, we had a crew over there. We had 5, so we were chilling. We were able to lift each other up. It was awesome. But
it's fun, man. And it's crazy because now that Sully Squared is gone, you and Mick, it's gonna be a whole different vibe, a whole different vibe for my team. But we got we got a new walk-on. We got Max, so hopefully maybe he can fulfill your legacy a little bit.
Yep.
So talk to us. You said you're heading off. So you're gonna go to a 2-year school now and work on moving on after that. So you're going to, is it Western Wyoming?
Correct. Yep. And so, so after the year, I just, had conversations with a few people and just, with Coach Slato and Shane, the guy that Pont and I were with, and it was just like, figure out what you want, come talk to us. And, there's a lot of back and forth for a while trying to figure it out, called some people that I trust, and I was just like, man, and one of the biggest things, and even people like inside of Paul are just like, slowly like I can tell you what to do, but like, just, I think the best thing for you is just bet on yourself. And that was kind of the one thing I heard. They were confident in me, just go bet on yourself. And so that kind of just, I take that leap of faith. And so, I asked to transfer out, and kind of with not knowing like what was all going to happen, because a lot of people just think that, man, if you're a walk-on, you're doing nothing. And it's just like, man, I wasn't just hanging out all year. Like, I was in the gym every day. Like, you guys don't understand. And so you don't get too many opportunities in the transfer portal as a walk-on. And so I, had a few other schools, kind of Division II NAI, that I really liked, and I appreciated that they reached out to me. But kind of being at DePaul and just seeing where people were at, I was just like, man, I feel like I can get to this level, and I can play here. So I decided to go to junior college route. And so it's between Pima College in Tucson and Western Wyoming. And I really connected with the coach of Western Wyoming. He was just like, so you're good, but, I'm trying to win. And so that's a whole different approach usually to the junior college route, because it's usually like, man, you're good. I'm going to do everything I can to boost you up. Like, you're the most amazing player. You're going to score 50 every game. Like, every coach is going to want you. And so Coach Soza of West Wyoming is like, hey, like, I'm not recruiting kids like that. If they got that mindset, I don't want them. We won 30 games last year. We were in top 10 for most of the year for junior college. So it's like, if that's what you want, then like we're the right fit. We sent out like 4 guys last year to Division I and whatnot. And so I was just like, yeah, this is what I want. Like Pont knows, just like, man, I love the team chemistry and whatnot, and kind of with my brothers, like, made that bond as the walk-ons. And so I need that chemistry. It makes things so much better. So that was kind of why I decided to go there. And my plan is just to go 1 year and see what happens. But you never know. I could be there too. So we'll see.
And one thing that, for those of you that do not know Sully, and there's going to be a lot of people that are tuning in that do not know Sully yet. But Sully is what we call in the basketball realm a locker room guy and a culture guy, okay? He's both of those things. Why is he both of those things? Because he's willing to go above and beyond the call of duty, okay? Not just for himself, like he was talking about earlier, not just for himself, but for the better of the team. So he's more than willing to work as hard as he possibly can for the betterment of the whole team. I've seen it a billion times. Coach obviously recruited him from, Western Wyoming. So obviously he saw that as well, and as did various other schools. So yeah, I think that you're going to really contribute greatly. And I think that, probably 1 year and that's your plan. I think that's very plausible because Sullivan Menard is a bucket. It's no question.
I'm excited to follow that, man. I'm excited to see for sure. For sure. I'm excited to see that. So let's do a metaphor. So here's the one that I'm going to talk about today is keep your eyes on the stars, but your feet on the ground. So that's kind of a paradox. So you're looking at the stars, but you still got to be grounded. So you can imagine and think and dream and wish, but you also have to have some grounded reality. So it's kind of like the Stockdale paradox that we've talked about before, but you got to keep your eyes on the stars, but your feet on the ground. Be at where your feet are at. So that's what I'm bringing today. Pont, what do you got for us?
Well, before I go into mine, I want to say I love that because I think being realistic is one of the biggest things. I love basketball. I love it. And college hoops is my whole life right now, being a part of it. But if my only plan was to go to the NBA, I might not be in good shape. As a matter of fact, I definitely wouldn't be in good shape after this. So definitely staying realistic. That's great. I love that. So mine is this, and it goes with my personality, and this is why when I saw it, I loved it. Let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile. Right? Now, what do I mean by that? You're going to go outside. We're in the midst of a global pandemic right now. There's so much to be down about. There's so much to be sad about. I want to let my smile change the world. There's not enough people smiling right now. There's a lot of people who are sad. They're down in the dumps. They can't believe what's going on. I can't believe what's going on either. None of us can. Nobody wants this. This is terrible and it's unpredictable. However, what are you going to do about it? You're going to smile through it. You're going to help my neighbor's probably down right now. And my neighbor on the other side is also probably down right now. Actually, it's a school on the other side of me. So they're definitely down because there's a lot of employees there that can't be working, kids that can't be in there. There's a lot of issues going on. But am I going to contribute to that negatively or positively? So my decision is to smile. You guys like it? It's a nice smile.
You got a killer smile, man. It's infectious.
You shouldn't have. Come on, man. But no, seriously, I want to smile and let it be infectious, just like B Minor just said. And I want to let that spread like wildfire to the next house, to the next house, to the next person, to the next person, to the next country, to the next, so forth. Keep it going forever and ever and ever until I hype up the whole world and I make everybody happy. So don't let the world change your smile. Let your smile change the world in a positive way.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. I love that because sometimes you let the world, or we let the circumstances control us. So they're trying to control us. So sometimes we do give in and let those circumstances and those situations impact us and change our smile. Where why not? If we go out with that positive mentality and we go out and we're happy and we're the ones that start it, it's like the pond where you drop the rock or the stone and then it ripples, the ripple effect out. And so maybe you can't change the world, but you can make a difference for one person. And that one person, if they go out and change their day, so you never know, that one positive action, that one smile at somebody could impact somebody way down the road that doesn't even know, that didn't even know you, but your smile, because you smiled, changed that person's day. And then because of that, that person smiled and went off and smiled at somebody else. And then that smile, and then there's people in the back smiling. I see you guys back there in the back smiling. I see everybody smiling. So that's huge. Not to let the world impact you or change your smile to a frown, but go out on the town and let your smile turn it upside down from a frown. Got it. Almost.
He's always doing this. He's the best.
Still working on it. It's at Hamilton. If you guys haven't seen Hamilton, highly recommend it. It's good. It's like kind of It's like about the Revolutionary War, but it's kind of urban hip hop. They sing, they R&B. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. Well, yeah, that's a great quote. Sully, you got anything you want to add to this? You got anything any wisdom that you can partake or give us a saying or a quote or some phrase or something that you use a lot?
Yep. I'd say my mom always tells me this. She says, if something is worth doing, it's worth doing well. And so that's always what she tells me, so whenever she sees me around the house, doing something, or I would come back complaining about homework, back in my middle school, high school days, she said, like, man, if this is worth doing, like, it's worth doing well. So she wouldn't let me slack off on a presentation or like a project I have on, a piece of paper or anything. She wanted me to really like get it done and get it done well. And so I fought it for a while, but I realize now, like, she's just for the best, and she's just trying to get me to have great work all the time.
Put your name on it. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing the right way, and it's worth doing well. I think that's great advice. Sounds like you got a great mom, because I also love the one, how you do anything is how you do everything. So if you cut the corners in the classroom, or when you're doing chores, if you cut corners, how you do anything is how you're going to do everything. And that's something that speaks to me as a coach, is if I'm watching kids and I'm out recruiting and a kid's dogging it through warmups, I don't see them being able to turn on a switch during the game and get mean. So I think how you do anything is how you do everything.
That's huge, yeah.
Sully, by the way, for everybody that doesn't know, and Brant, I want to tell you too, you can tell already just from talking to Sully, right, that his family is a good family. Sully's mom is one of the nicest people that you will meet ever. Like, she is one of the sweetest people ever. Like, we went to Iowa, and then we went out and had one of the best milkshakes I ever had in my life. I'm one of the biggest milkshake people, so whenever we go anywhere, get some milkshakes. So Sully and I, and then Mick used to go and get milkshakes wherever we would go, or ice cream milkshakes, whatever the case was. And in Iowa, Sully's mom made the trip out there, and she took us to the spot. I'm telling you, she's one of the nicest people ever. So if you're wondering why Sully is how he is, that's a big contributor.
Yeah. No, she like, just, she raised us, by herself growing up. And so, man, she did a great job, and we're super thankful for her. And, she raised 4 kids. So no, we're thankful for her, and she's left a good legacy here in Wasilla, Alaska. And so now she's heading off somewhere else. We'll see where she goes. But yeah, no, I'm glad Paul was able to meet her.
Yeah, so someone had to teach you about the king salmon.
Someone.
You got the lyrics, B minor? What are you playing for us?
I get knocked down, but I get up again. No, they're never going to keep me down. Chumbawamba, tub thumping. Have you guys ever heard of Chumbawamba?
I couldn't say I have.
Yeah.
Chumbawamba, tub thumping. I get knocked down, but I get up again. No, you're never going to keep me down. And they just scream it over and over.
That's the whole song?
That's pretty much what they say.
That's a nice album cover picture.
Yeah, that's a nice. I was gonna say that.
Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba.
Singing Chumbawamba. They have no idea about this. They don't know about this.
So that's basically what they say over and over in the song is, I get knocked down, but I get up again. And it's just kind of one of those, it's just motivational. Like when I'm listening to it, it's like, I get knocked down, but I get up again. No, they're never going to keep me down. I get knocked down. Just gets me pumped up. I don't know about you guys, but I just had to throw out that song lyric right there. For anybody that's watching, I get knocked down, but I get up again. No, they're never going to keep me down. And then you just sing it over and over again. You just keep singing it until you get pumped up.
I'm hyped up right now. Just a little snippet itself. And it sounds like there's not too much else to the song. It sounds like it's just repeating that. I like it. I can hear it a few more times.
Tub thumping. If you want to Google it, it's Chumbawamba Tub Thumping is the name of the song. And it was probably, I would guess, 2000, let's see, It was their 8th studio album. That's what the great thing about Google. If you guys know about Google, I can just like that find out that this was from 1997. 97, which was quite a while ago before you guys, but Chumbawamba.
Right before me.
Tub thumping. It hit number 6. It hit number 6 on the U.S. Billboard's Hot 100. Climbed all the way to number 6 on the charts.
You can see why. Very inspirational.
Fun facts for you guys. Giving you guys some classic song lyrics right there. So, and if you guys are watching now, if you're watching, we're going to do the IG live and we're going to have trivia. We're going to have scavenger hunt, some excitement. So if you're watching now, Dylan or Ian or Jill, if you guys are watching now and you want to join the IG live, that's when we're going to have the magical mystery box. We're going to have bag o swag. We're going to have a bag o swag where you can get swag for $0. That's the price. 0, free 50, $3 and free cents.
Not a bad rate. Could be way worse. I'll tell you that much.
Could be worse. Could be a kick in the groin. I don't know. No kicking. So we have this another quote that I'm going to leave you guys with. I'm going to drop this one. No matter how you feel, you have to get up, dress up, show up, but never give up. I'll say that again. No matter how you feel, you have to get up, dress up, show up, and never give up. Write it down. Take a note. Think about it. If you're not feeling good, no matter how you feel, you can feel good, you can feel bad. You can feel good, you can feel bad. But no matter how you feel, get up. That's the start. You got to get up if you want to dress up. And you got to dress up if you want to show up. And if you're going to show up, never give up. So no matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and never give up. That's the quote of the show from me, because that's something that when you're not feeling good, as a walk-on, you get up. And that's the mentality that we all share, the three of us share, is there's days you don't feel good. That doesn't mean that's not a day. That doesn't mean that's a day you take off. So if you're not feeling good, you get up. That's the first thing you got to do. You got to get out of bed, and then you got to dress up and dress for the part. Dress for the job you want, not for the one you have. That's something that I always stress, is not where you're at. It's not about right here, right now. You're always interviewing for your next job right now. So you got to show up, and then you got to bring it, and you got to never give up. So that's what I'm going to drop some knowledge on you guys, no matter how you feel, because that's how it starts. No matter how you feel, get up, dress up, show up, and never give up.
I love that. That's beautiful. And if you show up, first of all, that's half the battle, if not more than half the battle. Yeah. And if you show up, you are immensely less likely to give up, because now you're like, man, I already showed up. I might as well get to the end of this. Might as well finish up, right? And a lot of people, surprisingly enough, it astonishes me because they don't. They just give up. And like, hey, man, you started something. Why would you give up now? Like, you might as well have just sat at home all day and not did anything if you're going to just give up. I mean, you wasted your time and everybody else's time that was involved. So I love that. Show up and get the job done.
Yeah. No, I think one of the hardest things is like what I'm kind of experiencing right now, and I'm sure everyone else is, we're at this point where it's like, man, why even get up anymore? Like, especially for basketball right now, like, I got a few guys I'm working out with, in the mornings, and it's just like, man, why am I doing this? Like, why am I getting up this early when I don't even know if we're gonna have a season, when I don't even know what's to come, It's like, man, like, what is that to, what am I doing this for, And so then I actually reached out to Flynn Cameron. He was on the DePaul squad. Pot and I know him, and he said, man, Sully, I've kind of trained myself, like, you just got to be a robot, you just got to be like a machine. And so I think that's kind of what B-Money is saying. It's just like, man, you got to just keep on going in that rhythm. By the end of that time, like, it's just gonna be habit. Like you have to do that stuff, or else it's like uncommon. It's not normal. So yeah, that's huge, especially right now.
Especially right now, because without knowing, but I'll tell you what, this is what we're telling our guys. If you put in the work now and we don't have a season, you're not going to look back with regrets. However, if you don't put in work and we do have a season, you're going to have regrets. So the only way to guarantee no regrets is to put in the time right now, as if the season's going to happen and this global pandemic might not allow us to have a season. So we can either wait until we find out, or we can work while we're waiting. And I say that one a lot because you got to work while you wait. You don't wait to work. You can't wait until, oh, the season's about to start, I got to start getting ready. No, you have to put in the work right now for what's happening later. And it might not happen, but you're not going to look back and say, man, I'm in the best shape of my life. Damn, that sucks. Right? So if you put in the time and you don't have a season, you can't feel bad about that. But if you do have a season and you haven't put on the time, if you slept on it, if you've been sleeping through your workouts or going to the lake instead of putting up your shots, then you might have regrets.
Yep. Pont, big lake guy.
I love the lake, but you got to get shots up too. I love the lake. I love the water. I love it for sure.
The lake is absolutely what it's all about. We just got the boat in the water not too long ago. Got the boat in the water. It's in Michigan City. It's not in Chicago, unfortunately. But it's okay because, hey, get a little bit of use out of it.
So is that a United States map behind you, Pont?
Absolutely is. As a matter of fact, why don't I show you? It's a United States map made out of license plates.
That is clutch, man. I love that. And is it the actual state license plate that's
like
the
Texas
state itself? So there's Texas. Okay.
Arizona. Oops. Let me show you. Sorry. Let me give you guys a better view.
That's nice, man. I love maps. I'm a big map fan, and I think I've been to 49 of those states. I've missed North Dakota. I've never been to North Dakota, but maybe soon. I'm gonna get to all 50 before I'm done for sure.
That's pretty cool. I need to do that.
Well, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is my roommate's actually. I wish I could say it's mine, but my roommate put. But it is a great decoration. I do appreciate it for putting it up there.
That is a good decoration. You got a good one. Good neighbors, mend fences. Good roommates put up cool swag on the walls. Cool artwork.
And I don't know. Hang on, I'm gonna show you this guy. I know Sully knows him, but be minor. I don't know if you met this guy yet.
What do you got?
What do you
got? I'm so excited.
This is Panther.
That is a panther.
This is
panther.
Iced out Black Panther.
Yes.
He's a really good boy. He hangs out. Right when you walk into our apartment, this is the first thing that you see. And yeah, he's a great guy. Good company.
Good photo op too.
Mm-hmm. Everybody that comes in here takes a picture with him.
Very entertaining. That's a good. You gotta have something watching your place. You gotta have something to walk into.
Oh yeah, no, he's a good boy. He guards the house. Hadn't been here for a little while because of the pandemic, so he watched over everything, held it down, and he did a good job. Gave him some treats as a thank you.
Snacks. That was awesome, man. I'm excited for you, Sully. I'm excited to see how this year, maybe two, depending on this pandemic, but it sounds like you got a good situation you're walking into. So I'm definitely excited to be following you and watching you guys. What's the Western Wyoming mascot?
A Mustang.
A Mustang. Okay. You got to break the Mustang, the wild horse, right?
Yep. Horsepower. Yep.
Yes,
I like that. I was
hoping for something that started with a W. I want it to be like the Western Wyoming and then something W, so it could be the WWW.
Like what? Western Wyoming Wombats.
That's good. Yeah.
The Wombats could be tough. I don't think Watermelon's a very ferocious mascot. The Western Wyoming Watermelons.
No.
How about the Western Wyoming Wild-Caught Salmons?
Wild-Caught Salmons.
Totally didn't
Western Wyoming Wizards.
You can't take salmon away from Alaska. That doesn't work.
Totally didn't like that one bit.
Hey, but one thing I would say is, have you guys seen Seattle's new mascot for the NHL, I believe?
I have not. What is it?
Seattle Kraken. That is one of the best, I think that's pretty. I think that's pretty good.
The Krakens. That is definitely ferocious. I'll give
Yeah.
you that. I don't want to face a Kraken one-on-one.
And the logo is like the S of Seattle, and it's nice. You definitely need to look that up.
Is it hockey?
Yes.
Seattle Kraken. What is a Kraken? Is it like
No, it's not that one.
different logo?
Seattle Krakens. I wish I would have thought of that.
I don't know. It's. I'm trying to find one that has a actual Kraken. Oh, this S is pretty sweet.
Yes, it's that one.
Oh, that is sick. So
That's
it's like
nice.
the eye of the Kraken right there.
That's a Kraken. If you guys can't now, there we go. Kraken.
What's Kraken?
That is pretty, and that's hockey.
Yeah, sports coming back to Seattle. Good to see.
What they did to the Supersonics. I know everybody's still sick about that.
Let's not talk about. That's why when the Blazers, that's why when D. Lillard hit that shot and waved goodbye, the whole Northwest was rejoicing. I know, Paul. I know some of those guys were pretty upset, but when he hit that shot, all of Portland and all of Seattle, since Seattle kind of got their team stolen by the Oklahoma City Thunder, so every Supersonics fan, we all waved right there with D. Lillard when he hit that step back and called game.
No, that was so tough. No,
Step back from like 38 feet. Are you kidding me? Get out of here.
Paul George has that shot too.
For sure.
I got to work on my craft.
Well, that was awesome, man. Well, I really appreciate you joining us. I definitely want to support you and root for you and help how we can. So I definitely appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I hope that this blows up and we are the start of something special here.
Every flood starts with a raindrop. Every flood starts with one single raindrop.
Ooh.
Every journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single footstep. Every person who wins a marathon starts out with a single step across the starting line. And now we're across the starting line. We're not at the end of this marathon, but this isn't a sprint. This isn't a get rich quick. This is about spreading some positivity and giving some free swag and having some fun, right? So if you're here early, you're winning.
At the end of the day, we just want to change as many lives as we can. I want to touch some lives. I want to touch some people in a positive way.
Hey, we need some more. We need some more love in this world anyway. So you guys doing a great job.
So much hate, too much hate. I want to abolish hate. Where's the CEO of hate? I want to talk to him.
Sit down.
I think we need to make hate bankrupt. Make hate bankrupt. Send them out of business. Get out of here. Go out of business, and let's bring more love because we don't need any more haterade out there.
Hey, but if we hate, are we technically hating?
I think it's okay. Maybe we just dislike hate. I don't think you can. If you hate something that's evil, does that like nullify it or does that like amplify it?
I don't know. Because now we're hating. If we really think about it, we're hating too.
We're hating on something bad, so double negative makes it a positive.
I'm gonna go with that because I hate hate.
If you hate enough to hate, I think that's one thing that's worth hating is hate.
Not bad.
I agree.
Well, that was awesome. Let's see if we can do all three. We'll get it going because you know how we end this thing. And I don't know how we can get to see all three, but we're going to get it going. So we're going to have – do you know how this goes, Sully? If you're going to walk, and then we all go walk on at the same time.
Ooh, I like that.
That's
okay.
nice, right?
Okay, here we go. So if you're going to walk on. I think we nailed it. I think we got it. I think we can cut, print, wrap that up. Call that episode 6.
There you go.
Thank you for watching. Tell a friend or two. A friend or two or three. We can have a whole party. Unrecorded. Stopped it.